All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Fallout Episode 6. Oh my
We in a
God.
vault.
Yeah, we
Again.
are in a different vault.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Okay.
A new society, a new group of people in blue with smiles on their faces and thumbs up.
That's right.
Very excited to see the, ex-vault dweller and the never vault dweller interact in this space. Yeah.
When you bring the partner home and then they're like, oh,
That's how you do things here.
that's how you do things here.
Yeah. We do it differently.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, but
Right.
okay, sure,
Okay.
we'll roll with it,
Because we are trapped here after all.
Yeah. I do love that. Like, Max is like really desperate to try and get the head so that he doesn't end up dead and stuff.
But I think
and
it's
because
just
of this
full on too right now.
right, very very much like what the ghoul brought up. He's like, thou shalt get sidetracked by random bullshit. Like,
Goddamn time.
every time.
Yeah.
Here we go. Just suddenly, yeah. Oh, and then Norm has learned some very fun conspiracy things.
But that won't be a problem, will it?
No, that won't be a problem at all.
You won't rock the boat, will you?
We don't want to have to give you
'Cause
the
if you
special
do-
mashed potatoes.
If you do, we might have to, realize that your talents are better suited for recolonizing Vault 32. Yeah.
So, all right, y'all. Without further ado, let's get into this.
Okay.
Galaxy News.
Oh. Hello there.
Oh.
Yep, it's me, Cooper Howard.
Hello again.
But I'm not here today to talk to you about my latest picture. No, today I'm here to show you a vast and wonderful place.
This was the
Not made by God Almighty.
the ad that he did. Now we're gonna see
Yeah.
the actual finished work.
Now I'm speaking to you from deep inside the fully livable model 96 JQ 1160.
Test subjects. What?
What a song she sings. Now that right there is Vault 4's 3-foot thick lead casing. Strong enough
That
to
made
keep out
dong
the
dong dong
rats
sounds.
and the reds.
Oh.
Well, I mean, this is all audio engineered for sure.
This corridor here is Sycamore Street, where you'll wave howdy to any one of your 200 neighbors on your way home for an enchanted evening with your loved ones. Meet the Hawthorns. Now, this isn't just your average
Hawthorne Medical Facility.
America will be ready. 5 years. Well, I may play a hero in the movies.
Even has
but
a...
You all are heroes in real life.
Okay.
And now you can be a hero too.
Yeah, it's really lovely to meet you. Thanks for coming out. Okay.
Good to meet you.
Mr. Howard, great work.
Whoa.
Designed the T-45 power armor.
Whoa.
First of its kind. I oversaw the rollout. The design flaws were ridiculous, but they sure looked great.
I wore the T-45 when we almost lost the great state of Alaska to the Reds.
Whoa.
What is the ultimate weapon to destroy your competition? It's not outselling them. It's not outsmarting them. It's time. Time is the ultimate weapon.
Whoa.
It sounds complicated.
Oh.
but The future of all humanity comes down to one word:
You know what's that?
management.
Oh.
What if they actually
shit.
instigated the nukes to get launched?
Bro, like,
Yeah.
I mean, I was getting cult vibes, but like, that's cult vibes.
Yeah.
All right, we go for a couple of hours. We shake a few hands.
It's at our house.
Oh.
The things I'm willing to do for you never cease to amaze me.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Fun. I love his character so much. Getting more backstory here.
And how did he go from this to doing, lasso cowboy stuff at birthday parties?
Well, no, he's already done that. Yes. Sorry. The previous backstory bit, but not the very beginning. That's near the end.
Right.
Beautiful home, Mr. Howard.
Save me.
Yeah.
It's probably fun to play a movie star that
Right.
is a movie star.
Yeah, exactly.
Circle up with DC about that.
Ideally before our quarterly projection release.
Laughs in corporate greed.
Right.
Only do it for close friends and beautiful women, but you two are already halfway there.
I, Bartholomew Cogsworth,
Yes!
am
Wait.
ever ready
Yes!
to serve.
Yes!
Perhaps when you finish your shift, we could...
I love this guy so much!
Seabass, you might be the only one of my invites who actually showed up.
Yeah, not our usual scene, I'll give you that.
No, it is not.
Is this the voice of the robot?
Yeah.
You, my friend, you know which way the wind is blowing. And it's that. A world run by people who wear pocket protectors to a pool party.
Whoa.
Yeah, you might be right about that.
I mean, I've dipped my bits in the same gravy train. Sell my vocal rights to that spinning robot they sell to housewives and... It's fucking awful.
I thought the studio owned that character.
They did, and then Rodco bought the studio.
Ah, there it is.
Hollywood is the past. Forget Hollywood. The future, my friend, is products. You're a product, I'm a product. The end
Damn.
of the world is a product.
Oh, I think you're right, Jacob. Shoot.
Successfully embrace that. I'd say the future is golden. To the future.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so dark.
Have the apocalypse happen on our terms.
Get to it, shall we? Waiting.
Take his fusion core.
There's no fudge yet. Only a general atomics interview.
Destroying a legitimate business? That's illegal around these parts.
Ah.
The government.
The government.
That
All
was-
right, I
that
knew
was
it. I knew there
hilarious.
was some politics going on here.
Okay, Vault 4.
No way, is that the vault that they fell into?
Maybe. Oh, yeah,
It
looks
is.
like. Okay.
Wow.
Using teeth for ammunition.
Ugh.
Always finding new ways to kill
Oh.
each other out there, aren't they? We'll need an antibiotic.
That's gross.
Yeah.
This is a vault, Doctor. We should listen to his advice. We can't thank you enough for letting us in and taking care of us.
It's what we do here.
Oh.
Oh, and we found his armor. Our surface foragers are bringing it back now.
Surface foragers.
Stay in quarantine a few hours longer to make sure you don't track in any contamination.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, let's go back to that talk about.
You want to have sex?
You mean use my cock?
Yeah.
I don't know. That weird thing could happen.
What weird thing?
Well, it's just for some guys, not me. But for some guys, you know, when they make it move, it gets all big and hard like a big pimple, and then it pops. And they say it could happen to anybody, but it's
Oh my god.
a night. A night of the Brotherhood.
And I protect my virginity.
We're not supposed to.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious. I can't. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
These people are trying to trap us here.
No, they're not. Some of these people are from the surface, like you.
This is a cult.
Yeah! Yeah! Wait, yeah! Yes! Yes! I feel so vindicated!
We're stuck here until you're able to travel. So, give this place a shot.
Sorry to interrupt your breakfast, but our overseer wanted to say a quick hello. Overseer Benjamin, this is Lucy and Titus.
Hey, guys.
What?
Asking is less embarrassing than getting it wrong. Trust me, we've had incident after incident with newcomers. Okay, that should cover it. Any questions or concerns beyond foosball or pencils or bathrooms, Birdie's available. And once again, welcome to Vault 4.
I'm waiting for him to bump into a table.
No depth perception.
I'm talking about his eye.
Lots of people have one eye.
Well, yeah. I mean, his was in the middle. Level 12 stuff? I mean...
What is it now?
Sorry. Have a nice day.
She had like little fronds on her
Studying
chin
the
and,
effects
like,
of radiation poisoning on people.
Yeah.
So they're willingly like putting people into radiation stuff to see like what it does to people.
Mm-hmm.
So level 12 is where they keep all their ghouls, probably.
Nope. It does not.
Nope, it's only gonna get worse.
Back to being a real cowboy again.
And what would I do?
You would look pretty and help me raise chickens.
No.
You would look very good in a pair of overalls.
I don't know. I haven't been reading too much news lately. Got me second-guessing the whole city life.
I was going quickly into that robe.
Oh, come on. You've seen these around.
Not on you, I haven't.
Bud Askins, he licensed them from Robco. We're integrating them with the Vault-Tec emission system.
Oh, gotcha.
Doesn't do anyone any good to complain from the sidelines.
All I'm saying is, we have this one life. Do you really want to spend your 9 to 5s working with these assholes?
I need this job, Coop. It guarantees us a spot in the vault.
We've got money. We can buy a spot in the vault.
One of the good vaults.
One of the good vaults. Oh.
I'm doing what I can. Okay, just trust me.
Oh, no.
Well, shit.
Oh, she's so scared.
Yeah.
She's so scared. She knows.
Yeah.
Uranium and control the future of energy, a shortage has emerged, turning even allies into potential competitors.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Vault-Tec's the fucking devil, man.
My wife works.
Oh.
You really think Barb's a devil?
No, okay. I like Barb, okay? Do you know what fiduciary responsibility means?
Oh. 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 Yeah.
Okay. So the U.S. government has outsourced the survival of the human race to Vault-Tec. Vault-Tec is a private corporation that has the fiduciary responsibility to make money for its investors. And how does it make money? By selling vaults.
That's called capitalism, Charlie.
But they can't sell vaults if these peace negotiations go through.
Oh my god.
Has the fiduciary responsibility to make sure that it don't work out.
Yeah, how are they gonna do that?
I don't know.
Damn.
This is terrifying.
Unless the people do something about it.
I guess everything's a conspiracy, right? Come on, man. You sound like you're in a cult.
You're sitting here defending a system that's ready to set the world on fire, Cooper. Maybe you're the one in a cult.
Fun. Fun.
You should come to a meeting. You should learn the truth about where your wife works. For her sake.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, this is fascinating. Yeah. Yeah, if you have a super corporation that is building, vaults, and some of them are maybe being made faster than others, we're going to build really nice vaults for us. But the other ones, we'll cut some corners, make them a little bit...
Well, because we have to do this at scale. you know?
Yeah.
That was Henry from work. You have a new assistant?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Is Janie asleep?
She's reading Little House on the Prairie to Roosevelt.
Ah, does he like it?
Why does she have a new assistant?
What?
It's going to be hard on her. That's all.
What is?
What is, yeah.
No dogs in the vaults.
Oh. Hey. Well, can we talk about that?
That's not really the question, is it?
Yeah.
All I'm asking is, who decided that there were no dogs in the vault?
Well, I think that is a relatively trivial concern.
No, I'm asking.
Planet, you're on sometimes, Coop.
Jeez.
But when the bombs drop, a 2-hour drive ain't gonna cut it.
No.
So yes, there will be no dogs in the vault, and no, none of it is ideal.
Damn. There it is.
Do whatever it takes to make sure the people I love, that is you and that is Janie, aren't among them.
Oh.
I have worked hard to make sure we go into a special vault for management, where we will oversee all of the other...
Whoa!
You don't get it. That is the best we can possibly hope for.
Bro. Management management isn't managing just a couple vaults, it's managing all of them.
Right, because of course they are.
But that means, like, Vault 31 could be the vault. Like, the vault.
I'm from a vault.
So you are. Goosey McLean.
Oh, no, it's Lucy. You're from here?
5 generations, and proud of it.
Huh. Well, I just thought because so many people here seem to be
right. Yeah.
The surface.
Tell me about it. Oh, these people. You're from a vault? You get it?
I don't understand. If you don't like people from the surface, then why do you keep taking them in?
It's a policy from before my time.
Uh-huh.
But these newcomers, let me tell you, if you want to get elected, you have to respect their traditions and tolerate them and not call them surfies. It's like...
Wow.
One funny joke I told on maybe 10 occasions.
What was the joke?
I forget. All I know is it was a huge bomb. Pretty good, right? She doesn't get it. Any other questions?
I do have one. It's on level 12, and why can't we go there?
We don't talk about that. Jeez, what's the matter with you?
Sorry,
You should go now.
I only wanted to...
Goodbye, Goosey.
Well,
she's a loosey-goosey.
I love that. The drums made it feel like someone was banging on the door, like, get out, get out.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
That was really fun. Oh. No, he sees his armor. He's excited.
But it doesn't have a fusion core.
Yeah.
Where do you guys get your power from?
Oh.
Okay.
Well.
Nice. I don't think you can plug one of those in.
Power needs distribution. Oh, no way. Bro's about to cause a power outage.
Oh, man.
Or are we just in collect on here?
Does it matter? I'm leaving soon.
Why?
Aren't I?
Some people who come here have a hard time adjusting to finally feeling safe. All the things you've had to do to survive still fresh in your mind.
All great points.
Trust doesn't come easily to those of us with a guilty conscience.
That little jab.
Unit 428. How about you sleep in a room of your own tonight? Have a hot shower. Nothing wrong with a little bit of comfort.
Does sound pretty good.
When you say hot shower, what does that mean exactly?
I've never had one before.
Heated water?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Right.
He's just like freaking me out, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Smiles.
Ooh.
Oh, a little welcome basket.
Yeah.
Cereal or something.
Right.
Oh, so cool seeing it all through a second time because of his like perspective like being different. Whereas in episode 1, we're just looking at this being like, yeah, this is the way it is. Now he's looking at like,
Give me the simple life.
Oh yeah, I'd never heard music before. Oh my.
or maybe he has, but it wouldn't
Not
be
like that,
Not
yeah.
like that, yeah.
A house that rings with joy and laughter.
Right, and this is why they don't care that he's so suspicious of everything, because it's like, no, it's really good here.
Give me the simple life.
Feels good.
He's like, okay.
And he's like, yeah, I
Whoa.
mean, don't mind if I do.
Excuse me?
How? What? It?
What is this?
What is this?
Yeah.
Yeah. It just, his whole mind is being blown.
You need education is what you need.
Yep. And this is what's familiar to you. I think that might even be the same drawing on the chalkboards.
Is it?
Yeah.
Dang.
Similar anyways.
No.
Oh, shit.
Dang.
This is their memorial. Oh, and this is where she might get the 200 years. Yeah.
Whoa.
Created 9 years later. Okay, capital. California.
Wait.
Fall of Shitty Sands.
Wait. Nice.
Cool. Okay.
Two-headed, bear instead of just the one. Ooh, I have some ideas.
Yeah.
I have some ideas.
What's going on?
It's a surface dweller tradition. It can get a little rambunctious for my taste.
Oh. They're gonna play a game.
Sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be some kind of a game. All right,
Okay.
all right.
This is wild.
The government.
I love it.
Yes.
I heard it was a ghoul that fucked up that super duper mark. Nobody told me it was the ghoul.
The ghoul.
Sunbitch right here. Used to be the best bounty hunter to ever shoot a man in the ass. Kids these days don't know their goddamn history.
Say, you got a needle and thread?
Sorry, we don't do a lot of knitting around here.
Would you mind? Ah, come on now. Sorrel, we old friends, ain't we?
Ain't we?
Is needle and thread all it takes?
I don't know what keeps you going. Maybe you just like the feeling of that good old California sunshine on your wrinkly ass face. Or maybe you're still looking for her.
Oh.
Confidently cross one reason off that list for you. I sure as hell ain't still alive so that I can have unintelligent conversations with dipshits like yourself.
Mind your fucking mouth. That's the president of the government you're talking.
Of the government. Yeah.
When it comes to leadership these days, dangerous is what they call a prerequisite.
Somebody's got to step up and bring some order around here. You know why these boys brought you in?
Cause I fucked up a poor defenseless gang-affiliated organ dealership?
Yep.
Yep.
Now, I've always liked you.
Well, I've always liked you.
Yeah.
Got anything to say in your defense?
Guilty as charged.
Just like that.
Just like that. Now, if you need any more evidence, I can tell you about this town I just shot up. Philly, oh, I must have killed 9 or 10 people.
My daddy lives in Philly.
Oh.
Sheriff Rex, take Sheriff Troy's guns away.
Very presidential of you.
Take him out back and feed him to the hogs.
Well, that was easy.
I got one question for you, old buddy. Why
Uh-huh.
do you have this picture on your...
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Why?
That's not how I remember her, so...
Yeah?
Oh.
Well, how do you remember her?
Wait.
What?
Wait. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Who was she?
Are we about to meet her?
Oh, they're gonna have like a...
Oh, just full cult now.
It's like a remembrance ceremony.
Or a religious ceremony.
Yeah. Well. So Moldaver's running one of the meetings, or like, is at one of them? God, the hyper cuts, like.
What?
Wait.
Are we doing an orgy?
Yeah. No.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, we'll see if I stay.
You'll stay.
Oh, and now we see the skull.
Flame Mother, we remember.
What?
Back Shady Sands, blood must spill.
And I think there's somebody you should meet.
Yeah, who's that?
Blood must spill.
Oh my god.
I'm a big fan.
Okay.
Now-
Okay. Ha ha! Oh, wait, we're still
okay.
going. Oh, I thought that was gonna be the episode.
Oh,
We need to talk.
this place is great.
Ha! He ate all of it, of course.
You were right about this place.
No. You were right. Check this out. These are called oysters. You want one? They make you feel so good. Wanna make my cock explode now?
Of course he's horny.
Titus. No, we need to leave. Right now. These people are insane.
Yeah, they're like you. A little weird, but...
Okay. Titus,
Yeah.
I get why you'd want to stay.
Yeah.
Okay, I really do. I know this must all seem really nice compared to the shoot show that's up there.
Yeah. Shoot show. Yeah, yeah.
To go back on our deal and just be somewhere that is good and safe. But this isn't it.
They gave me a robe
Oh.
and slippers.
Yeah. This poor boy.
These people are hiding something from us. I'm gonna prove it to you, okay? I'm not leaving without you.
All right.
Level 12. Here she goes.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Ghouls. Ghouls everywhere.
Right. And the doors don't close. All right, what do we see?
Well, no security.
Yeah, restricted, but the door's wide open.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
There we go. This is bad.
If you're curious, you come here.
Right,
And
if
then
you're
you
a
stay.
rule breaker.
It's the perfect system. Yep. Opens just fine.
Oh, shit! Oh, test subjects.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is where they actually make them.
They experimented on people with radiation. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's just a dead.
Yeah, and there's a place for a person to be.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. That
That's
mouth's moving.
nightmarish.
No. Oh, no, fuck that.
And then they're gonna eat her. Yep. Yep. Yeah, no, fuck that. No,
okay,
no.
No, thank you.
Let's go. I mean, she's brave but foolish.
Yeah. Oh my god. No.
Why is there beeping?
Heart rate monitor. Cryotech, cryopod. Okay.
Oh,
fuck.
Oh shit! Wait.
Yep.
Someone in the back. Yep.
Fuck that shit. Yeah, the person behind her. Turn the light off.
Yeah, bro. It's cryotech.
So the door was open. I worried that one of you might have gotten out.
When they're frozen?
Hello?
Well.
All right.
Ah! Yep. Use your martial arts there. Yep.
Oh, shit. Nope, this is not gonna go well, though. There's more of them than there are of you.
People are crazy! Your entire culture is insane!
I'm sure if we came to your home, we would say the same thing.
Meanwhile, just nom nom. Now we end the episode.
Oh
Perfect.
my god.
Wow.
That's an ending with him.
I have
just, like,
tickled pink. Yes.
Smiling while eating the popcorn.
Well, because he's us.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
See, where you see cult, I see management.
So many things.
So many things this episode.
So, all right.
I think at this point, Jacob, we can go off with the theories because everything crazy is probably real at this point.
Yeah.
So first things first, Vault Tech. Okay, they've got to figure out a way to make money forever into the future. Yes, without any issues. Yes, and then also, there could be just some humans that do some crazy stuff. I don't know, like they fire off nuclear bombs. Well, you know what? What if we had a plan for that? But we had our plan be so good that people decided to like not do that thing.
If our business isn't strong enough to withstand a nuclear blast.
Yeah. Bro, I think you're exactly on point here. I think at this point they're just setting up the foreshadowing.
Right. It's the we'll restart civilization.
Yep.
So that we'll be the leaders.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. And that's how there will truly never be any competition, right? We will be at the very, 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 very top.
We'll be the management.
Yeah, and things will go how we decide.
And you know what's so freaky about this? There were multiple things in this episode that focused on the idea of preservation. Right? Obviously, the vaults are a form of preservation.
Yeah.
But we also had the idea of talking about, managing food resources and how a dog just wouldn't be allowed, right?
Right.
But then we also had the idea of, preserving family by going into the actual, good vaults, the management vaults.
Right. Which apparently is the one that she went into.
But I wanna get into this here because the idea of if we are in back where I thought the show was actually going to be going towards, like back in the beginning.
Yeah.
Of crazy people figuring out the kinds of ways that they can survive, nuclear holocaust or what have you. Nuclear,
right. Just
World
devastation,
War,
everything's gone. Yeah.
Well, the kinds of things that I would think of would involve in a lot of ways, something like a cryotube, something like that.
Yeah, right.
And that immediately solves the answer of how someone can be alive for 200 years.
Right. Yeah. Let's be real. First things first. The fact that, the business people being like, "Hey, this is what we're gonna do." Okay, that actually is very forward thinking in a way that I wouldn't think they would do, because you're talking about setting up future generations rather than yourself, except for the whole thing of the fact that the lady's still alive and looks the same. So, but then also quality of life, right? Money, but then if you make the nukes fall, right? There had to be a level of certainty that the nukes would fall, and so we're going to make sure it happens the way we want.
Well, also it's if you don't make sure that the nukes fall, but you have the nukes will fall, but it won't fall before this time.
Right.
That's the main thing, is you just wouldn't want it to happen until you're ready.
Yeah.
And then once you're ready, you're like, okay, can we fucking get on with it at this point?
Right.
And we've made enough vaults. We've got enough people set up things here. We have enough of a plan. The problem is that you get right down into the Bud Askins of this here. They're fucking psychopaths.
Well,
he has no empathy or anything about human lives or what have you.
Not even that, because It's stupid.
Well, it's stupid on multiple levels. We could get down into the vault levels of stupid.
Even if you're in the best vault possible, your life still won't be better than it was out here. Right?
Well,
that's
not even that's surface level stupid. That's some basic bitch level. We could go deeper, almost quicker.
Right.
The idea that they're worried, human fear, of that the bombs will fall at some point, and they won't have enough control to basically predict when that happens. And some of them just might die. So they're going to start going into the vault sooner rather than later, unless they set up some kind of planned conspiracy or what have you. If they've got some we're going to Machiavellian style set up the human race in such a way that we will be the forever, forever controllers, the forever management will run this whole thing here, then...
It still goes into the sad little king of a sad little hill problem, right?
Not just the sad little hill thing, but you've got, even on, basic projections, the human race would survive somewhat. Up there.
Oh yeah, and
you wouldn't actually run everything. You just run everything in the vault.
To say nothing about the idea that the whole point of business and all that stuff, and even money, is that it's an agreement. People use bottle caps on the surface, for crying out loud, because that's the thing that they can agree on, right? Once you go
to that region anyway.
Once you go to nuclear war, agreements like that kind of break down, right? It's just whoever might makes right. And so if you have the might, great. And so I understand it.
I think that's the thing, though. They have the might. And that's where we're getting into some crazy stuff. But it's the levels of stupid of no. They didn't just necessarily preserve some of them being in special vaults or what have you, or having enough of the human race able to go down there and stuff. They had to have preserved levels of stuff that they then be okay, but we will then use that, and no one else will use that stuff.
Right.
And then it's no, look at Vault, 32.
Well, right,
clearly, you guys didn't have that great of a plan.
and even then, so let's say if you have the cryotubes, okay, cool. Then theoretically, all civilization gets restarted, and then it's done in a way where you're going to be at the top, and then you come out, and it's great.
Yeah.
But then you don't have control of the process to get there, right? And so then you have the potential better life, but you give up on the control freak aspects. Or you have the control freak aspects, but you have the worst quality of life because you're managing a shit show, right? So,
and that's the thing, is that these people are absolutely stupid, because what they'd probably rather do, and this is where I absolutely want to go all in on just the idea of seeing Moldaver being this old person means that there were select few specifically that had their bodies preserved in a way, and the cryotubes just make sense as a way to do that.
And theoretically, that's not even necessarily needed, given that she's the same age now. Either she woke up from a cryotube, or she's just been fine this whole time.
I want to go with basically the idea that their bodies were preserved in a way that could be somewhat explained, not by weird cloning or any kind of other crazy shit. So cryotube is a one that makes sense, because we already potentially prepping that kind of stuff for traveling space or something like that. That's a sci-fi kind of general explanation that would make sense for the kind of things where if people are going to want to solve the time problem, if they solve the energy problem and the output, but they don't solve the time problem because we are generally dead by about 80 something. Then there's nothing really you can do about that outside of freezing your body. It's oh, okay, gotcha. That explains.
But then you're just pausing,
Well, you're just pausing, but also you're not bringing any of the experience that everybody else would gain by living this world with you. And that's the point, if you will, of showing Max and Lucy in this vault, is that Max is he's immediately overwhelmed.
I died and went to heaven. This is incredible.
Whereas Lucy's able to kind of adjust to it and be no, this is bad. This is wrong.
This is actually weird.
Like in a lot of ways, she's kind of
She already had a different Kool-Aid, so, you know.
Well, right, but in a lot of ways, it's probably what would make someone, if like the Vault 31 people know like the secrets and stuff, she's effectively kind of like a Vault 31 person coming into Vault 33 being like, look at all these stupid people who don't know anything.
Right.
I'll run them. It'll be easy. You
Right.
know?
She's just not in on the whole I'm going to run them thing. She
Right.
actually cares about them.
Right. But in this one, you couldn't even necessarily do that because you have surface people that are coming in and mixing the traditions and hurt and pain and experience they have with the culty, weird vault tech culture here that's mixed it into this hodgepodge,
Right.
you know, religious, you know, creepy, you know, ritualistic stuff.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
So...
Which also, something I got to say that I love from a structural standpoint of this episode, regardless of theories, right?
Yeah.
The stuff that they did with Moldaver this episode, because if you think about who Moldaver was...
We did like nothing with Moldaver. Here.
No. They did some very important stuff with Moldaver.
Okay.
So, Moldaver has been our primary antagonist in the show thus far, as far as singular individuals, not organizations, right? Problem is that she seemed like the kind of person where it's like she actually has a point. It's the, oh, you don't know about what your father's been doing, right? She's a personal antagonist for Lucy, right? But... you know, it seems like more of the thing of like she'll be the freedom fighter or the whatever, right? But the fact that she's here now, right? That's really weird because that feels like connections to Vault Tech shit, right?
Right.
And that's where I think that if they're talking about all this management stuff, what would be one of the like basic things that you'd want to do? Make sure you're managing your opposition.
Yeah.
Yes, these are what the people are saying. We're going to make sure that we gather them into the places where if we need to keep tabs on who's saying what, we can.
Yeah.
If we need to get away, like do away with them, we can, right?
Yeah.
All of this stuff. You know, but the fact that she's alive now, that seems like she's one of the people potentially secretly at the top, right, in Vault Tech.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, then why'd she go after the dad? Is it because it's the, hey, the mission's actually more or less done, we're here to actually rescue you effectively and pull you away to where you're actually going to live. We have our little paradise set up or something.
Yeah, so what I got the vibe with Moldaver in the first episode is that there's some things that aren't going exactly right.
Sure.
Things aren't going exactly as planned and needed.
Right, she hinted at the whole management thing. Right?
So... bringing dad is probably the equivalent of bringing, you know, the head, basically.
Sure.
It's taking away something that the body needs to survive, but has all the knowledge and has all the know-how and what have you.
Yeah.
And so we need to look inside Vault 31. We need to look inside Vault 31 like now.
Yeah.
There's some crazy stuff
there's still
going
all
on
the
in
stuff
there.
going on in Vault 31.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is, I don't think Vault 31, I think that that's the mid-level management, you know? I think that's still the thing where it's like, no, that's a fairly lower on the rung vault.
No.
Vault
But
1 is the one that I'm really curious about. You know?
Right. But that's the key basically to learning what upper management is.
Right. Yes.
Because that means then that Vault 31 is upper management regulated.
Correct. Yes.
Which is
directly
terrifying.
and openly.
Right. Directly and it's openly.
And
done.
that was, although the whole thing in 4, that was interesting. Now, granted, 200 years. Who knows what kinds of stuff could just evolve in 200 years, even if you're running a very tight ship. But
and with a constant drip feed of people coming through.
Right. But that dude was not privy to the idea of like, people in other vaults won't necessarily know about the whole management thing. And so he wasn't talking with like a guarded tongue or anything like that about the way that things work. He's just like,
this was before my time.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, you were born in the vaults. Okay, yeah, you know how things work then, right? Like, and so that's, yeah. And the thing that's odd is that he's like, okay, you were born in the vaults, so no problem. She asks about like, why can't we go on Vault 12? And that's what he freaks out about. The thing is that I would expect if he's like, oh, yeah, no, that's where we do all the, that's, you know, that's our R&D floor, you know,
yeah.
right? Like, you know, You know, you guys have one of those.
Right, but
you know,
I think that's the problem here is that they've gone with this debasement of society and civilization to the point where everyone's just stupid. Everyone's just a little bit stupid in here.
Sure. Well, I mean, if you have something where, you know, jobs are not necessarily based on merit because it's your ancestors 200 years ago, right? You have like a new nobility, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, all the potential things that could come from that, right? Like, granted, they're doing actual radiation experimentation, but like, you know, the one eye thing, it's like, yes,
well, that's the joke, is that it's the
how fucked is this bloodline
well, right, but the descendants were all exposed to radiation and stuff, and so when they grew, basically, they grew with weird, you know, abnormalities.
Even though the
stuff.
people from the surface actually look fairly normal, which is what makes me think that it's,
or
you know, right?
Or maybe they're just being weird and they're just putting parts of their predecessors that are in the experiment tubes and stuff like onto themselves to be like,
sure,
this is our way of remembering them. Now his is one eye, which is a little bit odd.
That speaks to me of modification is actually something to be desired, and it is something we don't necessarily share with everybody.
I still feel like it's more just mutation.
Right. No, exactly. Because if it was going with the idea of immortality in mind, or whatever the thing is, why Moldaver's still alive and stuff,
bro, she was just probably
just cry out and
she's probably from level 12 here, and that's why they worship her, and she's just one that they share stories of.
But why
the one that shares the old knowledge, the one that's our supreme leader.
But they specifically said that was a surface dweller tradition, right?
Who cares? The tradition of remembering?
No, of the thing that they were doing, which was revering and kind of worshiping Moldaver.
Oh, yeah.
So
probably
the idea that that's something that surface dwellers do, you know, like, okay, I get it. She's being set up as a person that opposes Vault-Tec in the past, right?
Right.
But like,
no, she clear. I love the controlled opposition theory. I think it makes sense that that's the reason why that she's still alive right now, is that she was somehow physically preserved.
Sure, in
some
way,
probably like the cryotube. And then people then know about her because she's been taken out of preservation at many different points across the last 200 years.
Okay.
And that's just a pretty easy answer right there.
Hang on, let's be real. No, we have one of the most straightforward examples of people just living for 200 years in the Ghoul, right?
Well, he's a ghoul though.
No, right, but like,
he's a ghoul. But like, what does that tell us, if anything, if she's not a ghoul? She's not a ghoul.
No, right. But if the ghoul stuff is the not getting the proper stuff to stave off the radiation sickness, right? But he still lived for that long. Is there a possibility that someone could just, they make sure that they're good as far as all of that stuff goes, but then they keep the stuff that makes them live for 200 years?
No, he's undead basically. He fucks all the rules of natural living. She's a human being. Like unless we're gonna go in and have it revealed that she's some kind of special android or something, which I will say they were hinting a little bit potentially at the whole fusion of, you know, people and machines with the part. I keep forgetting his name, but the guy who was like, we're all a product, you know. He's an amazing actor from the IT Crowd and What We Do in the Shadows.
Gotcha.
But his whole thing of like,
I remember him from What We Do in the Shadows
body,
now,
my voice or what have you was like put into the thing
robot,
there, what have you. So it'd be very easy to have then like potentially a setup where people are trying to figure out the way to put the organic into the inorganic. But I think that's leaping. That's leaping too far here. We literally have a mechanism that they just showed us in this episode in the same time
with the
cryo, with the way in which Moldaver could be alive right now. And also it's a Vault-Tec thing. It's literally a Vault-Tec thing.
Right. And yet then the question is why does she have the reputation on the surface?
Well, she's been brought out of preservation.
Sure.
And done things on the surface and then, you know, gone back in or something.
Yeah.
I think that you're right in that she is more upper management.
Right.
She's gotten tapped into some of the bigger stuff.
Yeah.
And Dad is someone that is potentially a very informed middle management person.
Right, and maybe and yet but she was working with like basically just a bunch of like wild people from the surface, right?
Well, yeah, who cares? I think if she's the Flame Mother, people
sure.
revere
no,
her.
Yeah,
It's,
no,
again,
that's a
the
good
whole
point.
thing of
right. It's
people
the
being
Dune principle where
yes,
you set up a
exactly.
religion so that way you can show up and be the
Right.
prophesied one and they'll do what you say.
And so this is my point about the Bud Askins thing. Bud Askins is my opinion. When he was introduced in the beginning of the episode, I was like, I understand almost entirely, I think, why you have this guy in the beginning of the episode.
Mhm.
He's the point here. He's
Right.
the face of the corporate capitalistic,
yes,
overreaching, absolutely insane,
Mhm.
but he is onto something. Right. But
Right.
it's the point that if you tried to build a society run by this guy, oh, you're fucked. You're absolutely screwed. And it's that he sees that if you have the right people managing things, everything will be fine. That's just a cult. That's just absolutely a cult. And so he wants, and he's got this like almost like greedy look in his eyes. He's like, I can see it. Do you see it? Like,
yeah.
Like, because he's high on the, oh
yeah.
I'm gonna be.
I'm pretty sure
I'm gonna be a god.
He reminds me of the dude in Die Hard, where it's like he just came from snorting cocaine off a desk.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
totally.
Uh-huh.
But the problem is that you have a board of these people. You think any of them want to share that?
Well,
you think any of them want
that's
to?
the thing that feels so weird to me, right? Because they are used to plush leather chairs and private yachts.
No. See, again, you have to think about human fear. They have abandoned all of that. That's the
Okay.
same way in which his wife.
Yeah. It's we just need to survive. Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you think about going to a ranch? Are you even on the same planet as me right now?
Right.
She's so scared
Mhm.
that she's like, a 2-hour drive isn't going to cut it. She's not necessarily at the level of Bud Askins, but she knows.
Right. She's
we're
being
doomed.
swept up in this whole thing. Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
right. And everyone's talking about the like, no, we're saving
Sure.
humanity.
So
But
Bud
it's the
Askins
people-
is probably also coming from this with the, oh my God, I am also terrified because my life is going to end. Ooh, and we have a way that we can kind of sort of hold on to our power. Okay.
Right. So he's the person at the like upper end of things where he's like, but I see.
Right, he gets to be in the board meetings every once in a while.
Right. Or
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
very least, he's in some of them, and he just goes, "I'm going to be a god.
Mhm.
I'm going to live forever. I'm going to go beyond all of this, and then humanity will be wiped to the clean slate, and we'll
Yeah.
be the little rulers of
Yeah.
this whole thing." And he's
Right.
absolutely insane because if he thinks that that's the way it's going to work with some like cabal cultic thing or what have you, and the other people are all thinking the same thing and are not going to potentially like accidentally screw it up for each other.
Oh yeah, to say
by-
nothing of the idea of like, okay, you're comfortable sitting in board meetings with the people next to you.
Right.
Sure. Are you comfortable living in the same vault with these people? Right? Like, you know, like it's once the island gets a lot smaller,
Yep.
Things change.
People
right?
get a little bit simpler
Yeah.
and a little bit scarier.
And I feel like that's where
lot
maybe
scarier.
the one-eyed guy that's managing Vault 4, where that's his thing, right? Because when they were bringing up that vault in like the ad and stuff, right? It's like, this is going to be entirely scientists down here, and it's going to be great.
No, that's just what it's. Oh, sorry. Yes, he said it was going to be run by that, but that was just
Right.
an experiment for the.
No, totally. But given that that's the vault that we end up going to, right?
Mhm.
Like the idea of like, okay, that's the R&D vault or one of them or whatever,
Sure.
right? That the shit that they're doing down there. I mean, okay, we've got cryotubes, but like it, that manager guy doesn't exactly seem like the kind of guy that's, you know, properly looking after things.
Nope.
If anything, the lady seems like she says she's came from the surface, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's something where she's the actual manager and he's sort of the face, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's the hang on. Oh, I might have cracked it. So, let's say you cracked the immortality problem, right?
Yeah.
What would be the problem? People would notice that you don't age. So what do you need to do?
Well, so they would notice that you don't age, But
so the way you fix that is you switch vaults.
Oh.
So the upper management people, let's say they figured out the immortality thing in Moldaver or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they just go and they keep switching vaults. Oh, we came from 31. 31's in the know, and they're like, cool, we got a new transfer. All right, cool, go in there. You've got 10 to 15 years before.
You can't actually then. No, you couldn't actually then run things for any decent period of time. Because if you put them in that, like, I'm 30-ish, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of the point where people stop showing the, like, obvious signs of age. Like, you can have someone that's 30 that, you know, looks 45, and you can have someone that's 45 that looks 30 or something.
Right.
Like that. You can have a good range between there, but that's not a lot of time. Like,
no, that's a good point. Given that Lucy exists, right? It's the, ostensibly, you know, birth to there.
Right. I think it's far more likely that you solved the... How do we not, just end up handing off this civilization to kids of kids of kids of kids that don't care about our stuff here?
Right, like
you go for high-level brainwashing, or...
Yeah, family business and all that stuff.
You
but like
preserve.
even then...
You preserve.
Right, but
you
the
find
thing is...
some way to basically
stay. But the thing that's... so weird about that is that that's fundamentally a self-sacrificial decision.
No, it's not. No, it's not. How is it self-sacrificial?
Because it's because then it goes into the whole thing of the dealing with the shit show as the transition's happening versus like living in these vaults when it's not necessarily that great a life and everything.
Jacob,
maybe they're being so scared that they're like,
Jacob,
that's fine.
Again, they're going to get bombed to death. Everyone doesn't matter about the sacrifice of going into the vaults. The vaults is literally the like they're seen as like we're gonna run the world.
Sure,
there's no sacrifice here at all.
This is the most that we'll be able to get, and so then
the way that I think her name was Barb, his wife was looking at it. She's the one that has the actual like most human response, I would say, to what Vault-Tec is doing.
I'm scared. I need to keep my family safe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so everybody else that has the glee in their eyes and stuff like that, like Bud, basically, he's just on the sauce of like, no, there's no self-sacrifice here. I'm going to be a god. I'm going to be running this world.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know where you think there's any sacrifice here.
Well, because
either they've cracked immortality or they've cracked preservation through something like, cloning or the cryotubes and stuff.
Yeah.
But then all you just need is some kind of systems to when you let people out or get people into a situation where they don't, maybe mutate into having like different, forms or something like that. But no, it's stupid in that they thought that maybe this system or society or group of little societies could run, long into the future. And that's where we are right now, is that they tried to do their stupid plan.
Oh, right.
Everything's
and it's
mostly kind of fucked,
Right, and it just didn't quite work. And that's why most of the people that actually have the management are the ones that have the different deformities, because it's we intentionally introduced radiation and all that stuff. We did as much testing as we could, and then we did all this stuff to make it so that we could survive, and maybe it didn't quite work. And then that would leave maybe Moldaver as the big exception, because maybe she had the people at the top of the food chain of the board meetings or whatever were having the people that were lower in the food chain on the board meetings do that stuff first, But
okay, so we end up getting introduced to Vault 4 and have our own little, thing of realizing, they're a cult. But having the point where you get Max, who's kind of the outsider, coming into this system here, adopting it very readily because, hey, they fed me, and I'm now high on, life, and I'm a bit horny in my cock region right now because I got some aphrodisiac kind of stuff with the oysters and everything. He's basically being shown to us, the audience, in a very unsubtle way, that this is basically what the plan was.
Right. This is, in a lot of ways, what culture is. This is why it works, right? Is because you don't need to force anyone to do anything. You just have it be something that's good enough where when you introduce them to it, they're like, oh yeah, this is pretty great.
Well, right, but this is an introduction. There's people that are born in the culture, and they don't need to be introduced to it.
Right, exactly.
They are molded by it.
Right, no, but like I'm more talking about with since they deposit people in here and all that stuff.
Well, right. But in terms of the way, I'm talking on a way more meta level of like humanity as a thing in this world here needed to be at some point introduced to this, Fallout culture, if you will.
Sure.
To the vault culture.
Yeah.
This is what they needed to do for the first ones, for the very beginning.
Yeah, with
the ones that wouldn't immediately
experiment.
Revolt and just start eating and killing each other.
Or just the, oh my God, it sucks down here. I haven't seen the sun and, all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. There need to be a lot of little things that need to be done. But in order to do that, well, in a lot of ways, you have someone that's been living in a total shoot show like him.
Yeah.
Where the alternative is, cannibals eat you, or, I don't know, the bombs fall.
Right, yeah.
And suddenly you get people scared enough and, skittish enough that they're then like...
The rats scurry into their cage.
Well, right. I don't need a dog.
Yeah.
I won't question that. No. I'll go and sit in there and have caviar.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, everybody else that's dying outside. Yeah.
I managed to get in here.
I guess that sucks. Just the whole...
I can't do anything about it.
The whole idea, too, that, like... his wife is basically saying, if I have this job, we're guaranteed a vault. And he's like, what are you talking about? Like, we can just...
buy one.
We can just buy one.
We have plenty of money.
She basically ignored that.
Yeah.
Kind of almost hinting, in my opinion, that it's the like, yeah, I can't talk about the fact that the people that buy a vault don't necessarily guarantee themselves a vault or even a good vault.
Yeah, right. It's the ones that are the best are reserved. Yeah.
Right. That's so messed up.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Because, then they're not really selling the...
And let's be real. When she's talking about a good vault, she could be talking about the actual amenities, although I think that's a bit
I don't think
unlikely because that's something that you could probably just pay money for, right? Because money is what gets you the amenities. What she's really talking about is position within the vault society.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's we will not have other people dictating our lives on a whim to the same degree that other people will.
Yeah.
Right? It still will happen, but we'll at least be in that, we'll be on the same boat that they're at.
Basically, next episode is going to probably blow our minds with the Moldaver stuff. And, potentially what's going to get found out by Lucy because...
Before she gets impregnated by a bunch of alien sea monster things or whatever. That was what happened with the lady that was in the tube thing. If someone goes into a thing,
no, that was a different tube. That was the... Oh, sorry, you're talking about the experiments.
Yeah.
No, they clearly don't do that anymore. I don't think they do that anymore. No.
Well, okay, whatever the experiments are, if someone walks into the place that they're not supposed to go, especially if you're leaving the stuff open and everything, it's cool, we got a volunteer, right? That's, there you go, right?
Well, right. But in this society right now, I think the experiments that they're doing is either putting noses on foreheads.
Sure.
Because, they had the little head things potentially for coverings of...
Right, so you're not getting two senses of smell at the same time or whatever.
Or just because they were, working on, things like that. Or probably just because the management just seems so stupid. I don't know, just, monkey see, monkey do, repeating things that they've seen before, but I don't think they would be capable from what they've even shown thus far.
Even if they're doing the same work,
right,
they do not have the same vision as our friend Bud.
No.
Right?
No.
The one-eyed guy, he doesn't.
No.
Right? And that was obvious in his conversation with Lucy.
Right.
So, you know,
we're a few generations of inbreeding down the
exactly
family tree,
so,
if you will.
So
it's just so messed up.
Oh,
and so Max being basically blissfully unaware feels, very obviously symbolic of what's, being set up here.
Oh, yeah.
But then Lucy seeing all this stuff here, to me, the radiation testing does feel like hey, we're trying to figure out the immortality thing. But the cryotubes feel like we gave up on that.
Well, right, because one of the other things that was kind of weird about that. So, okay, we saw the one experiment, okay, but the cryotubes all seemed to have pregnant women in them.
No, it's just the one or two, it looks like.
Well, okay, the ones that we saw, right? The ones that we saw the insides of, that's what they seem to have. Which is okay, why would you want, from the thing that we saw of the experiment, right? It seemed to be, and the dead monster thing, version of the monster thing that we saw in the lake, right? Is this something where it's hey, we're going to introduce certain things into the population to basically
you're right.
make
Yeah,
it,
they're all pregnant women. Yeah.
To make it so that it's hostile enough that basically we can control things or whatever. Wait, are they actually the same person?
No. Wait.
No, they might be. They actually kind of look like the lady.
Wait, actually.
They kind of look like the lady that was supposedly from the surface.
Hold on. No, this one's different.
Okay.
I'm just yeah, you okay, and then that's that one.
Because they look pretty similar, but
that one is too hard to tell from here. I think it's more that these two kind of look similar.
Right.
But no, the first one is definitely different though.
Okay.
But yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah. Weird shit. This
Cloning,
episode had a lot of weird shit.
Cloning is on the table here right now.
Yeah.
It absolutely is.
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, the amount of stuff that we have to just sit on and wait for the next episode.
Yep. And that's not even talking about the absolutely lovely joke of the government.
Government, yes.
Government.
Not government,
Government.
Government, yeah.
Yep, that's right. That whole scene was hilarious, and I loved it.
That was wonderful.
Yeah.
I also just really love the flashback stuff that we got with
Cooper.
Cooper,
Yeah.
Thank you. As he feels like the outsider in this cult of corporatism, basically. He's feeling so out of touch with it that his idea is to get away. And yet he's so privileged in his own position here that he's not even thinking about the bombs. He's not even thinking about the World War III situation.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah, it didn't occur to me. I don't even...
Well, right.
We, in some ways, because of our vision of the past being so much through his eyes, we don't see what the average person really is thinking about, other than that one part where they were like, turn off the TV.
Well, and let's be real, that's probably what the average person is thinking about. If the bombs fall, I don't have influence over that, so best to not think about it. Other than, is there a way to live after? Okay, cool. If that's something, all right, awesome. Other than that, let's get back to our parties. Let's get back to enjoying life as we have it, because who knows, how long that'll last. And that, I feel like that makes sense. That's that's not like some, crazy commentary on humanity, I feel like, right? If you have something truly that big and that crazy, right? Maybe you'll,
I think it's very idealistic to think that human beings would just calm down and be like, we'll just not think about that. I think you'd have a lot more just nonstop, carnivorous, self-cannibalistic kind of tendencies and stuff.
Sure. I think that would, that is a great point. That would definitely be a thing that would also happen, but I think it's also the whole, the reality of actually how close that stuff is to happening, right? Like Cold War,
Yeah.
Right, it's the...
Go look up the Cold War panic stuff. There was some crazy stuff that happened there. Y'all need to know your history. It's crazy to think that was 50...
70?
No,
60?
50 years ago. Like
Okay.
maybe a little bit more than that, about 60 years ago. But yeah, it was
Wild times.
Wild
But
times,
this was an incredible episode, and I loved so much that Maximus got to actually enjoy all the amenities of the vault.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you have fun with it, man. And hopefully you'll piece together, like, Lucy hasn't come back. Nah, I'm sure she's fine. But, oh boy.
He does know where a fusion core is, so he
That's
could
true.
get access to it and
Yeah, he knows where his armor is.
Get it to his armor. And if
Yep.
everybody's currently, colting at the moment, they might end up
And
going
dealing
into an
with
orgy and stuff.
And also dealing with the security threat, right?
I think if they're smart, though, they'll go to him pretty quickly immediately after with her, because then it's like, we're just going to watch him.
That's true.
They both came in together,
Yeah.
Smart.
Have someone keep an eye on him. Yeah.
But he's hopped up on oyster juice right now.
And maybe
he could hit him with
actual
his
stuff
cock,
in the food, in the food. But
oh, you think so?
I mean,
you think they drugged him?
I don't think they necessarily need to.
No, I don't think they need
because
to.
the real stuff is that good, right? But they could have if they wanted to. Just slip a little bit of a sedative in there or something just to make him not aggressive.
Yeah, I feel like the commentary is that, we don't need a sedative.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
The joke I've always used with this is give them some entertainment.
Right, bread and circus. Yeah.
Well, right. But there's a game that Jacob and I would play a bit, the Civ game.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, if you had a city that was rioting and had issues or what have you, there was a button you could click.
Give them some entertainment.
Give them some entertainment. What that would do is it would auto-move one of the workers that you had from being a worker that would produce to being an entertainer, and that would make people more happy or content. And I always grew up thinking that was like one of the just darkest things. Because basically what it did was someone came in and was like, I'm just going to twist your whole being into something else.
Sure.
To make everybody else here okay with the fact that nothing changed.
Right. Well, hey, something changed.
No.
They got someone making them laugh now.
No. That's the thing.
Yeah.
No.
But
Nothing,
not the actual
nothing about
thing
what they
that
were
they were
actually upset about changed.
Right.
And I think about that every once in a while. Yeah. Fun.
Isn't this entertaining?
Yeah, isn't this entertaining? But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about the show, about other shows in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.